Hello and welcome to another Pulse-Fired Gaming video. Following the posting of the Wave 1 ships of the Narn regime, we wanted to get the first wave of the Centauri Republic video up as soon as we were able. To that end, let's get started. These ships were sculpted by Tyrell Lore on Cults 3D and are printed in resin here, scaled up to Star Wars Armada scale. If you don't own a printer and you want these, we have prints available at printedstarships.com. Links for each are in the description. Going from smallest to largest, let's start with the Centauri Sentri Fighter. The biggest weakness of the Centauri military is its lack of a heavy fighter design, a deployment decision that dates back to the Centauri Oreni War. The Sentri Fighter is at a decided disadvantage when forced to fight against other races' heavy fighters, a predicament it finds itself in all too often. The Centauri tend to battle this situation by using quantity to make up for quality. This small, short-range vessel is designed strictly to patrol the space lanes between planets and jump gates and to investigate suspected pirate hideouts. That's right, we're talking about the Haven Patrol Boat. If ever forced to engage military ships, captains of Havens are well advised to turn tail and run, as they will not survive an encounter with any kind of large enemy ship. Raiders, however, must treat the Haven with respect, as it is more than enough to deal with the typical equipment available to pirate raiders. The standard heavy combat vessel of the Centauri Navy, the Altarian Destroyer, is an older design often used for garrison purposes and to round out the firepower of any fleet going into action. Armed with a mixture of medium and light weapons, this ship can hold its own again in any engagement. It also boasts a single flight of fighters, which are used to keep enemy fighters off its back as long as possible. Next up is the Vorchan Warship. Named after a bird of prey native to Centauri Prime, the Vorchan Warship has lived up to their namesake many times over. Swift-moving, blessed with a built-in initiative bonus, and armed with the deadly plasma accelerator, the ship is often underestimated by its enemies. The Vorchan suffers from major disadvantages, however, as it has very little in the way of fighter defenses and does not carry fighters of its own. It's small and, with the exception of the plasma accelerator, lightly armed. When forced to fight Vorchans, its opponents usually try to maneuver behind it, where it has no firepower whatsoever. This is why the Centauri operate the ship using wolf pack tactics, with each ship covering its fellows. One of the very few true carriers in the Centauri fleet, the Balvarin Carrier, is outfitted with 3 squadrons of fighters, 36 in total. These ships, however, are vulnerable to attack as they are lightly armed and relatively slow. Balvarins are almost always escorted by Solist or Maximus class vessels and generally form the core of a fleet. Although less capable than some carriers operated by other governments, notably the Minbari Federation and Earth Alliance, the Royal Navy finds it adequate, especially as their primary enemy, the Narn regime, offers no comparable carriers. The Primus BattleCruiser is one of the Republic's most common ships of the line. Armed with 4 battle lasers, it is a formidable foe to face in any engagement. It is particularly feared by enemy fighter pilots, as its excellent firing arcs of its twin particle arrays make it dangerous to approach. The ship found herein is the most commonly seen variant of this versatile hull. Several others are known to exist, including ones with special armaments, and one outfitted for the use of the Emperor for his own personal cruiser. These ships are already released on our store, and if you're interested in picking them up or supporting our channel, visit us at printedstarships.com, subscribe to our channel, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Otherwise, we will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.